it happen.
Seeks more than one target.
Several stab to the very heart of my enemy.
Confound it!
Those orcs had a human commander.
We're amphibious and Junius. They hear
How very
fight.
disquieting. Filthy beasts, I'll kill the last one of you.
Filthy beasts! I'll kill the last one of you!
I like you much better with your guts on the floor.
Taken before his time.
I've spotted something
Far
interesting.
before his time.
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our shakes.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you pat a thorn on her head.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
Taken before his time. Far before his time. Hail, Source Hunter! Why, I don't think I could ask for a more welcome sight on these cursed beaches. The Legion welcomes you. Bloody orcs are at it again. Beats me what on earth they wanted Sightseal. This is their second attack within as many weeks. And their second defeat. That rat-faced shaman of theirs even went to the trouble of launching a fireball at a ship in the harbor to the west of here. They may need help. I'd go myself, but we Legionnaires are under strict orders never to abandon our posts. Never know when another one of these little raiders might sidle up the beach. Beats me what traitorous madness came over that dog. A man among orcs. It'd be like one of your kind running with a sorcerer. Whatever the cur's incentive to raise swords alongside that murderous lot, let's all hope it was a private grudge. Can you imagine if we had to add a slew of wild-eyed, orc-loving bedlamites to our list of enemies in Sightseal? Oh, I'm not so different from any other soldier you'll meet around these parts. We've all lost more comrades here in Sicil than most do in an entire military career.
I like you much better with your guts on the floor. Hail, Source Hunter. Why, I don't think I could ask for a more welcome sight on the...
Oi! The Source Hunter! Nice to see these winds are blowing more than bloody orcs our way. Well...
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
One day, comrade, vengeance will be ours.
What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from youthful gore?
Taken before his time, far before his time.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicil. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city. So you were, and so you weren't. Behold! There we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead. Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, I have my doubts. She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under...
Taken before his time, far before...
A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts, a shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her head.
Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds. Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistary, they'd have... Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's... Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most Orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools. I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter, and I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your...
Sects, undead, orcs. Oh, looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Ahu mentioned?
One day, dear, one day you'll show it.
You can deny what she loves.
An orc in love. Ha! When this little chatting fades, she'll liberate the flesh from our faces.
Come now, enough doom and gloom. Cast your gaze instead upon my fair fanged filly.
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sakes.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her head.
Bringing your little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen, she's purring.
Ooh-wee!
Of the lot on my
I used to see orcs in every shadow when I had too much rum. Now I see 'em sober. boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Halt! These gates are to remain closed at all. Well, I'll be a little red imp's uncle, the Source Hunter. Sorry for the gruff treatment. I didn't recognise you right away. Please tell. You can see security's tighter than ever around here since that surprise attack the Orcs bid on a fortnight ago. We can only hope to hold back the undead and these left-field Orc attacks long enough for reinforcements to arrive.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many legionnaires did so before you. Very few have returned.
Under lock and key.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear! So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
Everyone needs a hand now and then. Take the fish, and none but us will be the wiser.
Sheep's cheese? Tomatoes? Sure, everyone needs a hand. But who are we to offer the merchant's hand without his consent? He should leave the fish be.
Whether the merchant loses a fish or this man goes hungry, someone will suffer in this equation. We might as well help the man in the most dire need.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
never would have expected the finest horse hunter in the land to encourage thievery. Your judgment is the gold standard, you know.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots. Fresh haddock, perfect for a fry-up.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
No, we'll do as I say.
That's the spirit! Or should I say, the soul?
That's my fish. He took
Sir, did you just steal that fish?
No, I paid for it. The merchant just left, but I paid. I paid before.
You were a witness to this event now? Tell me what happened.
yours for a scrap of gold each.
This man is telling the truth. He paid for that fish fair and square.
Quite so. I saw him pay the merchant.
I can't thank you enough for your, discretion. I'll be going now.
Well, sorry to have bothered you then, sir. Carry on.
Heavenly herring, delicious dogfish, yours for a scrap of gold each.
That thief is free for now, but I wonder how long it'll be until his growling belly seduces him back onto the crooked path. I can understand your sympathy for that man, but feeding him for one day will hardly remedy his circumstances. You would have done better to help him more substantially than by covering up a single petty theft.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Let's see.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure to meet you. No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing Mendius at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but... Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become... better. To become the full...
Oh, my good man, on the move for cheese. Your excuses more holes than a slice of this pie.
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Quite right. Adventure is what we live for.
Do I seem like the
See
sort of...
here. You and I share the same passion. I never doubted it for a moment. The thrill of walking the unbeaten path. The rush of finding yourself in a too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right?
Riches do not interest me much, actually.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets. The likes of which...
Really? I wouldn't mind earning an extra penny here and there.
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Still, if a matter is divisive, it is divisive mainly because it is alluring. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully driven.
It's fast to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
I am a duke, protecting peasants.
Look careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true.
Better to be served than to serve. I concur.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding, am I right? And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Ah, the Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlong. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started?
Hunter's age.
Fortune! These be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets.
What a gem of a question. Straight as an arrow, sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you. Now, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship, to join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five, and thereby, by now, the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart. It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. Work hard. Fulfill contracts. Enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Riverlong. You will make the stars shine all the brighter. And you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What? They call the undead a problem, my friend. But those who know the ways of the fabulous five see no problems. They see opportunity.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Such things. You'll be concerned enough when you realise that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
Oh, thank you to leave me be, you old bat.
Oh, you think you can speak that way to a... Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
I am a duke.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who hasn't received Captain Aureus' explicit approval.
Greetings, traveller. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad bless... You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune! Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The Conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special by following her instructions and becoming initiated into the go on the path.
Ha! The closest I've got to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now.
Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
I am a duke, potato-eating peasant.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer. My ears aren't...
Lonesome, spiritless.
Oh, my good man. Drink, you please.
Please do shout.
Be sent to the northern cave.
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
Oh, I'm no hero. I'm just doing my duty. For the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
Yours for a scratch off. Potions to bemuscle you. Scrolls to inquire.
Time for some fancy footwork.
Get it while it's fresh. He's back.
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
My word!
You there! You don't look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a severed head. Step right up!
Ha! Fantastic!
Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said...
What's this? I found something.
to have concealed himself that the king had a great thirst for power. So are
One coin or two, noble spirit? One coin or two? Thank you, kind one.
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
I bring them all. I'll be disfigured for life.
Come on, to embarrass a blitzthrow. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you
Sorry,
to try
sir.
it, Screech woman.
The beast speaks.
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a...
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rab.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning.
Those folks that embarrass a bridge throw. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
We're here to hunt source, not play babysitter. Sorry, but we can't take responsibility for a stranger.
Let's not be too rash. A fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
Can't say I'm surprised. You wouldn't want an untamed thing like that sleeping next to you at night. Now it's for us to decide what to do with her, of course.
If I've got my say, we'll take her into the woods and put her down. Ice blue eyes narrow beneath a heavy brow streaked with sweat and dust. Her hands tense into claws, held at the ready.
Her brow knits together, but something in her pose relaxes. She clears her throat. I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to find trouble with the... And you are a source hunter. I have heard many... This woman here, the one who now plots her revenge. She crept behind me while I was hunting, and I only defended myself. But soon their swords were upon me, and they forced me into this cage.
Say, Source Hunter, do you reckon the vendor's got any rather large, burlap sacks lying about? And where's the nearest river anyhow?
Attention!
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no... We got reports of a strange-looking outsider. I tapped her...
Bit Tully or...
Enjoy it while you can, Ver.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it?
Heed me, Source.
And what might those be?
Source Hunter. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, There are no guarantees. It is difficult for me to claim humanity as you do. It is strange to stand with...
You have a flair for understatements, Hunter. I'm sure they are but a minor nuisance in the eyes of a born until they conclude what mischief they intend to see through, or, less likely, they are conclusively defeated. A mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering skills of a human. You basically construct a classic ballista, add a 100% legally obtained self-regenerating source of destructive magic to it, and Bobcat's your uncle. By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a rather disappointing meal. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor where she was soon joined, I say man and woman, because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thunder... It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt. I myself have none. Even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and can... Now, it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easy... I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be a natural enemy. You won't see me teaming up with a terrier in a hurry.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the League. Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother. But he just... Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have... Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. there is that. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, if you must. How am I enjoying it? Are you Bravo! Figured that one out. We are the pride of Rivellon. To be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the...
Sorry, sir.
Fast track!
Attention! About face! Shoulder buttocks! Not!
Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
Thanks to Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Oh, my good man. Drink, if you please.
Please do keep shouting. Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I'm not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a what?
Source. What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
the quill that lasts a billion words. What's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very... Oh, yes. Proper introductions. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and hopefully. As for how I got here, well, for a historian appointed by the gods themselves. How you got here, though, that's a rather more interesting question. On such a tiny and rapidly shrinking vestige of space and time, I wouldn't have expected to find a soul but my own. At last, a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be...
I think that imp may be quite mad.
Then we'd better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
You saw? Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal! It's... the portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long, dormant flames that... You, dear stranger, those torches, a light! This portal active once more! It cannot be coincidence. Though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagues your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing but why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows up after you. Oh, what wonders we may find on... You first, but don't dilly-dally.
You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bears? And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk, and cast aside from humankind. He thrived, the wise godwolf Amira, raised the child Threes among her litter. So you see, I have good company. Threes the wolfson, and I the... In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. I am happy to have a friend in such a place.
Yes! Just as I hoped! There it is! There it is!
And he's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
The last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide...
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of...
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests, I see. Strange.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? A stone. So, it was a stone that caused the great shock. Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be in...
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time. Gap.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend.
I see. What the void...
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see, collectors of...
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble, even this plane will fall.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will please our most mysterious guest. So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
No matter how improbable.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. In the ethereal, the drift of accept, it seems. Ask, and I shall answer, if I can.
The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void. I honestly don't know. But
before you go, I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. The Lady of Time, the weaver of history. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, Sir Imp. I'll embroider it in the first volume of your all-encompassing chronicles. How might I serve our mission? Ask, and I shall answer, if I can.
Good to see you.
gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us. How might I serve our mission? In the drift, except, it seems.
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at How might I serve? Ask, and I shall answer. Alas, the answers to those questions. A hidden answer lies behind. I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No, quite so. Your absence, I do not know you, which makes you my one. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. What it is but I reside in another realm altogether. I think that perhaps know that no longer, but suddenly there were new threads emerged, and I began these starstones. Oh, Hunter. And yet, I do enjoy. I am, but perhaps we are. Am I the beginning? And am I in the drift? Except.
Good to see you on the. Like the imp said to the belief, wouldn't it just? Just like yourselves, starstones are pure. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by Bruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Lonesome, observing the frontier? Well, yes, actually. Perhaps you can imagine the neither do I. But the mere fact that activated stars, this in turn more than implied, we may not understand the. Oh, I don't know if. But of course I. So, gather. The Lady of Time, the Weaver of History. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get more autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, sir. might I serve our mission? Ask, and I shall answer, if I can. What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the star stones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be is the end of ends. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable.
Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home. Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does. Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent. I wonder, do you know more about the Void? What it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time.
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there 2 of us? 2 beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.
I wonder, do you know more about the Void? What it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time.
The Lady of Time, the weaver of history. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, Sir Imp. I'll embroider it in the first volume of your all-encompassing chronicles.
I am the last test. The last test. The last test.
Seven rinse this earth clean.
Could I get your autograph?
It shall be my pleasure, sir. I'll embroider it in the first volume of your
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plot... That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian, and the advantage of being a cat, you know. You go... That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of Starstone. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. So I told him who I was and showed him my human. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give. You'll need the other one. Now that this matter has been settled, Hunters...
Reeks of orc stench.
She won't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her neck.
Report? Still nothing, sir. There just aren't any thieves around.
If there were thieves, why would we be guarding these place? Think!
Makes sense, sir.
Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
a scrap of gold each.
Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little stroll.
The finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit teary. I've just the potion for that. Or would you prefer a toasty fire spell to dry those vapours?
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
A bit ditty.
Slimy, reeking, rotting seagull.
Paint a big cheese on your book with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens. Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
On the move for cheese. That excuse is more holes than the slice of this pie.
Well, hello there.
Well, hello
I've
there.
got my eyes on the prize.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Paint a big cheese on your book with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
A good day to you.
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Yeah, chicken.
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know your plate is full enough. Oh, what? Oh, you mean Seal? Very difficult times indeed. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect and, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic. Jake, murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, as you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, an all right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Council.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Corbin land.
You'll be concerned enough when you realise that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Greetings, Source Hunter. Ready to have another look?
Arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom.
Oh, my good man. Drink if you please.
Please do keep shouting.
The closest I've got to my match is when I aid her over along while lighting my pipe. Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the Northern Cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realise that reward money won't be lining your pockets. Fortune? Ha! These is a defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's
Looking good.
arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
please.
Please do keep shouting in my ear. Ah, pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my drink if you be. Can I tell you? I suppose I can, and I could. But why would I turn my attention away from this?
Hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you. I am the Duke of Ferrol, though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of. It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Councillor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wish the man harm.
Now, I wonder where that
Yes, she and I have a history. That's hardly a secret anymore. I quite doubt it was even a secret from Jake while he lived. As easy as it would be to pin suspicions on Esmeralda or I assure you, Jake and Esmeralda had no great affection for each other. He had his...
Be lining your pockets.
Oh, my good man. Drink if you please.
Please do keep shouting.
Hey, stop that!
Tell me, Alistair. Now, I wonder where that cagey Baron of Ferrol has sneaked off to.
Excuses more holes than a slice of this fine golden
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Let us see if you can do some mighty
Good day to you.
I could have had a new lamb by now if that Bruce had taken to a woolly lass instead of that heifer.
Haven't been fighting those awful orcs.
Move along.
Nothing would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed? Caught unaware?
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here. Sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the I am Septimus, 7th son in a household of 9, Legionnaires all. Me and 2 brothers of mine were assigned to Sicile from day 1. Alas, both of them have long since fallen in battle against the dead. But never shall I lose heart. Long as a single Legionnaire stands, all of us remain undefeated in the eyes of the gods. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicile. The Council of 7 couldn't have wished. And what questions are those? We've been stationed here the better part of 2 years now, alternating between twiddling our thumbs and I've fought orcs crazed with blood liquor, withstood assaults by ogres wielding clubs made of human...
Sicile, Now that's a sad story. Roofs of elegant homes burned for fuel, oaken cupboards emptied, and ladies dragging the dregs of their great skirts to bargain for fish bones.
I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor.
Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare. Well, what do you want to know?
She seems to be quite adamant about her innocence.
So tell
I'll
me,
need to look for
Septimus,
evidence if I want
would
to
your
prove she did
wife
the
or
evil
sweetheart
deed.
be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so, milady. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark.
for the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and troubled times.
Never fear, milady. As long as I'm around, no hair on your haloed head shall be harmed.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sizefield, what you're made of. Apart from beer and flatulence. You there, you look like an active waiting place. But don't you worry. He is there behind the counter.
I'm overheating here!
Baking like a cake.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Oh, there's my pepper.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated. Is he trying to tell me something? I don't have the right tool for digging. I don't have the right tool for... I don't have the right tool for digging. I don't have the right tool for digging.
Peace be with you, traveller. May your lost love... I once lived a prosperous life. With my Lonnie never recovered from the loss. And when she were killed less than a... Made a seven.
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very... Pray, let me be forward with you. Oh, sapling rose. Oh, leaf of steward. You would listen to my grievances. Guide me towards hot spiced wine, and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there, so that we can warm our bones.
Tell me, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's End? They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Come now, you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
I'll thank you to leave me be, so that's...
Oh, you think you can speak that way to us? Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
I am a duke.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you... I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards. Now, heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come see, I'm here on... Well, let's call it a loan from a town to the... There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them. I came south seeking the Legion's help. Only to... You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths. Medora's the name. Retired. Or so the Order keeps trying to tell me. But never out of... By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles. But, well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till... I need a contingent I can trust. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice. Careful now.
More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod to topple a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thalron for another. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mayor's a decent sort, even if he can't hear farther than the tip of his own nose. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed up in something not quite on this side of the law. I suspect an illegal source, artifact, or substance is at the root of it, but exactly what or who's given it to him, I can't say. And since I haven't technically been assigned to Sicil, I don't have the authority to interrogate him.
May the seven keep you.
Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics.
They say he's pretty.
A loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions, well past midnight each time. What business could he have among the undead? Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say.
Rest in peace, darling.
Come now, Alistair. You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural. Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now. And the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters.
Lorne never recovered from the loss. And when a group of mercenaries, predators, more aptly called, came to town, she was killed less than a week after she joined.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's...
Darling.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're... Yes. As easy... Jake and Esmeralda had no great...
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my... What do you mean, not familiar? You why? I'm only the most... And don't forget, I'm the most... Those nasty beasts are hardly worth my time.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fate?
Zimbladorix! That! Ha! Quite under my spell, aren't me? You mean you don't recognize me? Well, yes, that is strange. Strange indeed. But it's... Oh, you'll find out.
Glorious to see you once more, fair friend. She came from... She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life. Go on the path.
He says he's an immaculate.
Come now,
But I
Alistair.
thought they'd been banished after the death of the Source King.
Immaculate. Haven't heard of their kind. I don't like the sound of them.
Their excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine...
Watch out! I smell...
Well, hello there.
The fierce stench of frightened Source Goblin.
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Ah, yes. Yes, of course.
Meow.
A sauce hunter! Oh, what a sight for sauce! Me? I live alone here in town. Used to be that boy's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring, and then, for my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain Orius, that band of... I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his hero. Bloody undead! Remember, above all, to stay behind the wall. We tell our children.
Maxine? What in heaven's name are you? Oh, I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch, and it sat through every lesson. Look, I've always been more fond of cats myself. That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's marvelous.
I knew that dark-dealing old man dabbled in Source. To the gallows, I say.
The gallows? Well, I've heard of such a thing, but...
What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sice. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine. And yes, Victoria's come a long way from that... What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way...
Omnes autem mali daemones quam. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery. A chaser of... I would tell you my reasons, but it seems rather pointless to do so, seeing that quite clearly there is no room left in your band of... Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you'll think. When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But he raised me like I was his own. This kindest of... Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse. The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Dumbbells. I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
A volume of poetry among novels? Rack. Mayhem.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack. Mayhem.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack. Mayhem.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Veleron will have to pay yet another fine.
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Kajdinar. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Veleron will have to pay yet another fine.
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Rack.
This isn't the
Mayhem.
grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? The Lesser Key of Salakandras.
The knight in see-through armor.
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for.
What do you think you're doing?
I know it by heart.
Kajdinar. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Veleron will have to pay yet another fine.
Demonology for dumbbells.
We'll have none of that, you hear?
More advanced. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising.
Kajdinar. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Veleron will have to pay yet another fine.
Salakandras. What nonsense. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. First edition, too.
The knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with Turjageta, friend.
No.
striking it rich!
What? Oh, it's you! What news? My dear girl, I introduced her to my library when she was a girl. She quickly proved that if you're looking for something special, just ask. She knows every book by heart. What would you like to discuss? What now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone. His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked in the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden. Jake, murdered? Most of the towns, as you can imagine, I've known an all-right bloke. Apart from all this, well, you see, when a lady and a fellow find each... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat... What? The undead? Here, Maxine, I spent months... I've always been more... That depends... Ah, the library. Yes, marvelous.